So recently, as I was like going through Reddit, I saw this post that actually sort of surprised me because, it was like the first post I've seen in like a long, long time that's actually had, much value besides just like, the funny. um, it was something along the lines of like, oh, I want to start hitting the gym, I want to start improving my grades or whatever, but it all takes so much time. Um, and then like there was this comment that said, the time will pass all the same. And I mean, yeah, sure, call it what you want. I'm 14 and this is deep, but that just spoke to me because it just made, so much sense. As dumb as I may be for saying this, or as simple-minded or whatever, but it's not something you really think about before whenever you're talking about like, oh, I have so much, stuff I want to do, but it just takes so long. Um, and that, you might as well just not start. But the time will pass all the same. Yeah. Because, like, I know that, for example, when I first started, wait, sorry, I need to count this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, whoops, 5, 6, 7. Okay. When I first started, like, YouTube, for example, I wasn't really daunted because I was in, like, middle school. I really had nothing to lose, and making YouTube videos was just sort of something I had wanted to do ever since I was in like literally second grade. A friend introduced me to Minecraft on YouTube, and I remember like we specifically talked a lot about DanTDM, the Diamond Dimensions mainly. Yeah, and I remember when I first started YouTube there, or not there, in middle school, it wasn't such a like daunting thing. Oh, come on. What? Hey, come here. It wasn't, there we go. It wasn't so daunting because I really didn't have anything to lose. I was in middle school and I just wanted to do this thing that I saw so many other people doing. Like people I looked up to, Trioris. But yeah, I guess over time, as you get older, you sort of, take things a lot more seriously. And that sort of builds up too as like a fear for doing things. Like also when I was in middle school, this probably doesn't apply to everybody, but I was like, the biggest just loser there was. I like made the least funny jokes, and I had like no friends for the longest time, and yeah, it was just overall a pretty bad time. And I sort of fell back on YouTube as like sort of like a coping mechanism, I guess. It's weird because like I don't tell this kind of stuff to like even some of my friends or most of my friends, or pretty much all my friends, but it stays between you, me, and later maybe if I need to write like a college essay or something about this, I could. But yeah, anyways, so I started YouTube because I didn't have anything to lose because I already hit rock bottom, yeah, I had no friends, nothing to look forward to really. And I was just sort of miserable because I also moved. So I went to a new school and I wrote letters to like one of my only friends who still lived where I used to live. Yeah. And I was just like unhappy most of the time. It was this like deep intrinsic unhappiness, not like how you could, like, I could get a laugh now and then, and I'd mask it up with like humor and just dumb jokes, And like I remember every math class and stuff, I'd like make a fool out of myself, and it'd be like this huge performance to the point where some of my classmates, like every math class, would just go, "Oh, here we go, you know, bust out the popcorn, ha ha ha," and then I'd get, you know, I'd sit out from recess all the time because I'd be doing dumb stuff in class, and the teachers would make me sit out for recess and stuff. Don't actually know if that's legal. I think I saw like a video from the lawyer guy. Yeah. But yeah. So that's why I, you know, sort of really got into YouTube. And now, or not so much now anymore, I guess, but later on, you know, I tried to take YouTube somewhat seriously. I never really tried to do it like as a job, but you know, it was for like for the algorithm and stuff. And it just got to the point where I didn't really want to do it anymore because it's just taking up so much time, and the stuff I made just was not, you know, it was like hyper edited and stuff, and you know, all for that retention and whatnot. And yeah, so it just got to the point where like instead of making even the stuff I wanted to make, I just sort of sat on my hands and just did nothing. That's why I'd have like huge hiatuses between uploading. And we got 2 villagers here. That's actually kind of crazy. But yeah. Oh, here's some beetroot. Nobody in the history of Minecraft has ever needed to eat beetroot willingly, unless it was the most dire of situations. But yeah, anyway, sorry. God, it's a little tangent. Oh, it's a blacksmith. Oh, seeing the blacksmith in the old graphics, it brought back so many memories. Oh, I mean that doesn't, but yeah. Oh, here we go. Wow, I just got 3 advancements. That's seeing that blacksmith brought back so many memories. That's actually that's, I'm gonna take a screenshot of that. Yeah. But yeah. Sorry. What was I talking about again? Right. Okay. Yeah. Starting YouTube and stuff. Right. So that's just my example. But you know, I just sat on my hands and I didn't do anything, and that sort of just transformed into like procrastination. Like every now and then I'd see something I want to do and be like, "Oh, that's pretty good," but I'd always worry that it wasn't good enough, and I never even dedicate myself to trying to get better because, you know, it takes so much time and effort, and it just wasn't worth it if the stuff I put out wasn't even getting views. That's where the quote sort of comes in, like, the time will pass all the same. Yeah, sure, I didn't do it, and yeah, that saved me time and effort and stuff, but what did I really like invest all that time and stuff into? You know what I mean? Like, it's not like once I stopped doing YouTube I got so much better at other stuff. Yeah, sure, you know, I hung out with my friends more. Actually, I was able to like make friends and stuff because I switched schools again later. And yeah, I joined cross country and track, but I was also able to do that while I was doing YouTube. So, you know, it's just like a question of what did I really accomplish, you know? It's just, I've always wanted to like create stuff to put it for other people to see. So this is getting kind of cringy. I'm gonna look back on this and laugh, but yeah, it's just I've saved all that effort, but I didn't really save it for anything. And yeah, you know, the time passed all the same, and now years later, you know, not even years, like a year and a half, I guess, I'm doing YouTube again, and it's not, you know, where I want to be, but it's okay, because just doing it for fun, you know. I don't. This is getting really messy. I'm sleeping out on the bed. I've never had to talk like just continuously before for this long. I'm trying not to do cuts and stuff, and it's hard, man. It's hard. But yeah, the time passed all the same. Uh, I didn't get much more productive. I just gave up. And I mean, of course, there are times where you like need to let go. So my example of doing YouTube might not be the best if there really are things that, you know, you need to reassess and like divert your attention towards and stuff. But I feel like generally speaking, a lot of times people just don't do things because they don't think that they'll be good enough, or that it'll really amount to anything, or that it takes too much time. But like, I guess the question you need to ask before you just give up because of that is like, you know, what else am I going to be spending this time towards? And is that like realistic? Am I realistically going to be doing that? Because if no, then, you know, the time will pass all the same, and it's just that you won't do anything instead. As weird as that may sound, or as kind of stupid as that may sound. Wow, I've done really nothing all episode. But yeah, it's about all I had to say. You know, thanks for watching. Subscribe. And I'll see you later. Adios.